Rochester University. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another installment of the Residence Life Speaker Series. Today, we have an amazing, talented, and awesome speaker with us today. Her name is Tregaye Fraser. I hope that all of you know exactly who she is. If you haven't, she is an American chef who was the winner of the 12th season of the Food Network's amazing show, Food Network Star. She's here to show you how to do some quick tricks in the kitchen. If you are tired of what your mom or dad is cooking, or you're tired of things that you're cooking, she is here to help you make it happen. All right. She's the first African-American female to win Food Network Star. She's also made appearances on Cutthroat Kitchen and Guy's Grocery Games. So we're going to give it up to Tregaye Fraser.
Right. I feel like I hear the audience clapping in my head.
They're clapping. We see them. So did you get us into grid mode yet? Leah, you have us in grid mode, right?
You're in grid mode now.
Okay, yes. So you can see everybody. So Tregaye, how are you doing today?
I am absolutely fantastic. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really excited to be able to show you guys some new, but old recipes. So okay. This is going to be fun.
Very nice, very nice. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like if I'm somebody and this is my first time watching this and I don't watch the Food Network, like who are you? What makes you special? And like, why is this something that this is what you do?
I mean, that introduction was amazing, but I'll try to follow it up.
Good. I want to let you know it was sent to me though. All
yes.
Right. I just make it sound good.
Right. Well, like you said, I am the first African-American woman to win Food Network Star, but it took me a while to get there. It was a journey. My very first show was Best Thing. No, I'm sorry, not Best Thing. My very first show was Guy's Grocery Games. Then the next show after that was Cutthroat Kitchen. Then from there, I got the call to go into Food Network Star. And it's so crazy. And this is great that I tell my students this all the time because I do mentoring to students as well. But the way I got into Food Network Star is like crazy.
Okay.
Because I actually, before I got on Cutthroat Kitchen, I remember sitting at home like, dang, I was working a job, I was doing catering. I really didn't want to work my job anymore. I wanted to just be a free bird because that's just who I am. And I said, what am I going to do about this? So I went to Instagram and I said, I'm going to find the best chefs in Atlanta and see if we can like connect. And you never know what'll happen from there. So I met those chefs, we met each other. And then later that chef called and said, hey, do you want to be on the Great Food Truck Race with us? So I'm like, sure. So we tried out, but we didn't make it. But they ended up loving me and my personality. So I came back to do Cutthroat Kitchen and Guy's Grocery Games. So if I never got up off my butt and just took a chance and reached out to people, because that's another part of this business is that you have to reach out to people. You have to communicate with people. You have to network with people.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times that's where the money is. It's networking. It's not really so much the physical dollar. So from there, I ended up going to Cutthroat Kitchen, Guy's Grocery Games. And I remember sitting at home on my couch. I was watching Food Network Star season 11, and I won Food Network Star season 12. But I was sitting on my couch watching season 11, and I remember saying, well, dang, I'm seeing this person from Cutthroat Kitchen. I'm seeing this person from Guy's Grocery Games. Why did they call me? I was like, but it's okay, because not only am I not going to fill out the application, I'm manifesting it. They're going to call me, and they're going to bring me on the show. 2 weeks later, Guy's Grocery Games called me to come back, Cutthroat Kitchen and Food Network Star. They all called me at the same time. And so, of course, I chose Food Network Star and went out there and won it. So it really was just about manifesting that and putting that in my life. And then from there, I've done commercial campaigns with Johnsonville, Laughing Cow Cheese. I have a digital series called Mom Wins on foodnetwork.com. I also have my own
I see some YouTube
channel.
Videos. They look cool. I saw the one where I saw some YouTube videos. They look really cool.
Yes, like, so the YouTube
meal prepping for a week on only a few ingredients. So I was like, okay, I might try it. I probably won't. But
no, why not? You can't look at the video and not try it.
I listen, my skills are in the kitchen.
Justin doesn't cook. I'm gonna just put that out there.
Listen, some people have skills and that's just not my skill. All right.
Well, the simple fact that you watched it is enough for me. I'll take that.
But
you can watch it and tell your wife to make it for you.
Right. Listen, my wife, that is her skill. She's skilled in a multitude of different things. All right. But I don't want to purchase food and then mess it up. Okay.
But that's the point. See, and you can't say stuff like that because I tell people what's messing it up. If it's delicious, it's not messed up.
If it's not delicious and not edible, it is definitely messed up. Yeah, but I definitely agree with what you're saying. Like networking, making it happen. You saw something, you wanted it, you manifested it.
I went and got it.
Go get it. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I want to make a quick plug here to Beth Ann. How do you know Beth Ann?
So actually, that's from another show that I didn't mention. I have over 20 episodes of a show called Best Thing I Ever Ate, which is on the Cooking Channel. And Beth Ann she was my person. So she was my producer. And the thing is, really, she wasn't necessarily my producer. I just kind of made her my producer because I stalked her. Listen, one, I don't really feel comfortable talking to a whole lot of people. I know it's weird. I know.
Okay.
But I'm an outgoing person, but like when I'm at work or in work mode or on sets, like I try to, stay to myself, or I'll gravitate to maybe one or two people, but I'm not really like all over the place. And I normally gravitate to the person that speaks to my spirit the most. Okay. And that was Beth Ann. And you know why? Basically because she answered all my emails, punctuation wrong and everything. She would fix them. She would always, they would send me a list. I would send her some shoddy list back and she would be like, nope, I got it.
Don't
worry about it.
On the show for 3 seasons.
And from there, we did season after season together. So from there, I was like, wow. I need a manager. She was like, well, not on the show anymore. I'm available.
Right. and Beth Ann has done so many different things. So here's the connection I want you to make. Beth Ann and I actually went to college together. All right. We were both in the same major. We had the same classes. So I just want to be able to bring that around full circle for those who are watching, that you just never know where your life's going to take you and who you should be connected with. Your networks are far reaching. All right. So I wasn't nice to Beth Ann because I thought she was going to make it big and go do all these crazy things. All right. We were actually friends in real life. And I knew, I was like, hey, I'm trying to make this speaker series. I want you. She's like, I got somebody for you. This person would be great. Let's do this. And I was like, okay, cool. So, if you have any questions about the industry or anything like that, go ahead and post them in the chat. If you have any questions during this broadcast, please post them in the chat. But Tregaye, we're going to let you go ahead and get started. What do you have for us today? What are you going to show us? And are we going to start? Is our mouths going to start watering? Like
your mouth is going to start watering. And before we go, I got a good story for the college students too. This is going to be a bomb motivator.
Okay,
should I do it now or later?
You should do it now.
Okay. So look. So my entry into the culinary field and world, right? I was super young. I had to get a job because my mom wouldn't let me get a cell phone. So I went to buy one myself. So I went and got a job at like 16, 17. And I was a housekeeper, right? Mm-hmm. So I used to sneak into the kitchen all the time to see what the chef was doing. I wanted to be a part of whatever that kitchen staff was doing. And she would never let me in. So finally one day I was like, please. And she let me into the kitchen. Anyway, I worked in the kitchen with them. At this time I hadn't gone to college yet. Like now it's time for me to make my decision. What I'm gonna do and where I'm gonna go, right? So I was like, I think I'm gonna do this. I think I want to go to school for culinary arts. I love this, right? Mm-hmm. So I told the chef, and she was like, I don't know why you're not going to make it. Oh my God, I couldn't believe she said that to me. So I was like, okay. So that was my motivator. And of course I left, went, graduated top of my class. So now at this point, I'm thinking, I've gone to college. I'm never working like anywhere unless it's 4 stars or 5 stars. And I just got done graduating. So I know everybody's going to hire me. Well, nobody would hire me.
Wow.
Because I was really green. Like I was fresh. I was right out of college. They would have to train me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the jobs that I wanted. Because mind you, I wanted like top notch 4 or 5 stars. But they're like, we got to train you. You don't have any experience. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? But I wasn't going to give up. So what I did was I went to 5th Group in Buckhead Life Restaurants, which is the #1 restaurant chain group in Atlanta at the time.
Okay.
And I said, listen, I'm going to come work for you, and I'll work for you for free.
Oh,
I
wow.
said, just let me work for 3 months. I just want to make sure this is on my resume. And as long as it's on my resume, because I really at the time wanted to work at this other restaurant, I know I can get into this restaurant. So I worked, and I mean, I worked so hard. You would have thought I was getting paid $50 an hour. Like, I was working super hard. And by the time I was done, they wanted to hire me, but I got the job at that restaurant that I really wanted. Nice. Because they saw that I worked for Fifth Group and Buckhead Life Restaurants.
That's all it was.
I tell people, you can be in the position that you want to be in, and you can go where you want to go, but sometimes you just got to put in the work. Like, nothing is given to you. You
Absolutely.
know, if you're willing to work for free, then that's your passion.
Yeah.
So that's the story.
And I always tell students too, because they always say that, like, oh, well, you know, it's a game about, it doesn't matter who you know, it's about where you know, or like, what's the saying, Leah? It's not about
matter what you know, it's who you
know. It's who you know.
Right. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I always try to take it just a step farther. It's not even just who you know, it's who knows you. So you also have to make sure that both sides are having this equal communication and understanding. But, the worst thing that people could tell you is no. I mean, we're all sitting here telling you that we were all supposed to be connected this way. If one of us had made a different turn in life, we would not be here having this conversation and being instructed on how to make some awesome and delicious food. So we have a question. We're gonna jump back and forth. So our first question is from Jen. So I'm gonna let Jen go ahead and jump in. Jen, are you here with us?
I am.
All right, cool. Jen, go ahead and ask your question.
You said you did a couple segments on best thing I ever ate. Assuming they're all Atlanta-based restaurants, which I'm somewhat familiar with because my mom's from Buckhead. Oh, they're not? So what is your most or favorite recommended spot that you recommended on best thing I ever ate?
Wow, that's hard because they all
Tregaye. She doesn't even know.
Listen, no, if I had out of the ones I can remember, because I've done a lot of them. Poor Calvin's, and Tom, Dick, and Hanks. Because of them turkey ribs and that bomb lobster fried rice. Those, I guess, was my 2 favorite in Atlanta. I mean, in general, though, I don't know. I did so many. That's why Beth Ann's laughing. Listen, they would come at me and they would say, okay, Tregaye, you got 15 episodes. I'm like, I don't even eat out that much. Where am I going to find these restaurants? So I would literally have to go out and just find restaurants and just eat and just figure it out. Like, it was crazy, but I made it happen. So honestly, that show helped me discover restaurants as well.
Thank you.
All righty. So Tregaye, we're gonna go ahead and let you get started. We have a question on the end. So after you show us like a thing or two, we're gonna go ahead and ask this question. We got some big fans here. All right. So
all right.
I'm excited for their question.
I'm excited too. Okay, so a couple things. We're gonna do peanut Thai ramen, right? So when I come in a little bit, it's just to grab the ingredients, but then I step back out so you can see me. Okay, so basically what we're doing here is we have, now, everybody knows their basic ramen noodle, right? 79 cents at the store, right? I need y'all, unless you're just in love with ramen, those particular ramen packs, start shopping in the ethnic section of your grocery store, the farmer's market, or your local Asian market. Every city and every state has a farmer's market. And you will find these in the farmer's market. I guarantee it, in the Oriental or Asian section. So what it is they have all these different types of noodles. I love these more than your regular ramen because the regular ramen, to me, the noodles are too thick. And I like my noodles like a little thinner. And also these packs, sometimes their flavoring packs are different. It's not just that little salted pack, even though I love the salted pack, but sometimes they're like sauces and herbs and all that in it. Anyway, so we're gonna start with this ramen. And as you can kind of see, you see how this one looks different? Can you see how different it looks from your normal noodles? It's a thinner noodle. So we just pop that in there. And I'm actually going to use this seasoning pack because, again, and this is perfect. I'm glad this is happening. I just love when things work out my way. Oh my gosh. It's just
A lot of us do, right? It would just make the
great. Like,
so much better.
don't you
But
just love when you wasn't expecting it and it just works out your way?
Right.
Okay, so this is the things that I was talking about. In that same packet, and that packet was 39 cents. You got your soup packet. You got your herb packet. This is like a spicy oil packet to make it spicy. And then this one is just like another sauce packet for the sauce of the noodles. So you're getting all this flavor already, right? So we're gonna get the noodles going. And while the noodles are going, I'm also gonna get the chicken breast going. I mean the chicken thigh going. So this is gonna be Thai noodles with orange chicken. Right? Orange glazed chicken. The reason I'm doing this because obviously, you know, we have the COVID-19 happening right now, and it's super important to have immune fighting ingredients, immune fighting foods. One of the really big things is citrus fruit, oranges, lemons, limes especially are super good for you. You can put them in a pot, put your hair over it and sniff them in, or you can eat them, drink them, whatever. But as long as you keep these in your body, you're going to keep that immune system also peppers, crushed red pepper flakes, bell peppers, any kind of peppers are great to fight the immune. And then finally, it's really important right now to continuously drink hot liquids every 20 minutes, especially if you had to go to the store, you had to go run out and do something and you want to come back in, maybe you're not feeling safe, you're like, then you just make this, you're going to be drinking that hot liquid right after you're done eating this soup. Maybe get a hot tea or something. But if you do that every 20 minutes for 24 hours, it should clear whatever was in your system for the day.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Okay. So now, as you see, this is really quick. These noodles are already done. This is like a 1-2 kind of situation. Like we're done. So we're going to come in here and I'm going to pour off some of the water for a second. Because I don't like a whole lot of water in my noodles, but that's me. And I'm going to come right here. And while I'm doing that, I was saying I'm going to take this chicken and I'm going to season it with a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and some crushed red pepper. Then I'm going to take that and put it right in the pan here. So I'm just going to let that sear on both sides. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and begin to put in the mixture for my ramen. So what I want to do is I'm going to take these little packets first and squeeze these in. Take this other little packet.
So I know that you're super multi-talented, so I'm going to go ahead and allow our, as they say, big fans to ask their question, because I know that you'll be able to do both here.
Of course, yes.
To the biggest fans that are here, go ahead and pose your question.
All right. And then once I get those packets in, while they're doing the questions, I'm going to put some peanut butter into this hot liquid, and I'm just going to stir that peanut butter around. And Beth Ann so kindly has sent the recipe, so if you guys want the recipe, the exact recipe.
We will send it out.
Yep, I'm going to stir that peanut butter right into there until it's mixed fully, right? All right, and then from there, I'm going to add in a few carrots. And I'm going to just allow that to sit and steep in the water for a second. Now, while that's steeping in the water, I have the orange glaze. Now, this is super easy. It's just orange juice, cumin, chili powder, and apple cider vinegar, some brown sugar, and honey. Melt it into a pot and for about 30 minutes or until it gets this consistency. Okay? So now you see the chicken is here in the pan. And as you can see, it's nice and brown on this side, right? So it's gonna be nice and brown on the other side. We're about halfway through the cooking point on this. So what I wanna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and add that glaze to the chicken, right? So once I add that glaze to the chicken, you see it's gonna get nice and perfect and glazy. And then you're just gonna keep flipping the chicken and putting more glaze on it until the chicken is cooked all the way through. So while that's going, I'm gonna work on the scallion, and I'm just chopping it up, and we're done, to be honest. I'm just kind of biding time while the chicken goes.
That was quick. That looked like something I could do.
Yep, super quick. So I'm gonna pour out some of this liquid. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some scallion and put it right on top here. I'm gonna take a few oranges and put it right there. Fresh red pepper and put it on the top. And then once this chicken is done, we'll cut that and put it on the top. Until then, what are the questions?
How do we get one of, well, I got a question. I'm gonna jump in before y'all. How do I get one of those Food Network jackets?
I had this jacket custom made.
Oh, okay. It's dope. I like it. You know, I want people to just give me accolades if they don't know.
Even my coworkers, Bobby, everybody has asked. I just need to know how am my Bobby Flay and I don't have that jacket.
Can you imagine I walk into a 5-star restaurant, I have one of those coats on, you know, how I would be treated? It'd be crazy. But I'm gonna allow our students to go ahead and ask their questions. So go ahead.
Okay.
So I am I'm an aspiring food blogger. I've been cooking since I was like 8, 9 years old.
Okay.
And, I'm just a home cook. Like I don't have like professional, I didn't go to school for this. So I've just learned through work and my family, my mom, and my I love the fact that food brings and have you learn about different cultures. So basically my dream is to have a blog that is all about cuisines around the world and how you can learn so much about different cultures through their food. So do you have any advice for, anyone who might want to do like a little food blog?
Absolutely. Travel and eat. That's my advice. I cook food from 24 different countries. Before I was had the availability to cook food from 24 different countries, like before I had the availability to travel the world, I studied everything. That's the beautiful thing about our country is we can go to have any cuisine we want. It is a melting pot, right? Yeah. So what I would do is I would go to the most authentic place that I can find in the genre of the cuisine that I want to eat, right? So if I want some Indian cuisine, when I walk in, I better smell it. I better feel it. I need to see Auntie in the back with the dot on the forehead showing me that she married. I need to know that this is like a family restaurant. And I'm gonna know because I study and do my research, right? Yeah. And that's authentic. I don't want to come into a place where I'm supposed to be getting some Indian food and my cousin Titi in the back cooking. I don't need that because it's not authentic, right? And I'm being funny, but that's honesty. That is the way that you learn if you can't afford to travel the world right now, right? The most authentic. If you want to go to a Korean barbecue place, you're gonna know like the most authentic ones. You don't want to go to now, even though Gayukaku is one of my favorite places. It's kind of like a Japanese/Korean barbecue situation, but that's not like authentic Korean barbecue. I wouldn't take you somewhere if you wanted to try something for the first time and it wasn't authentic. You see what I'm saying? So when you're doing your research authentic recipes. I would also pinpoint like certain countries and cultures that you really are like your top 10 because there's so many, right? So I would pick my top 10, and then once I pick my top 10 from there, I make it happen, and just start cooking from there. Because the best experience is hands-on experience. That's your best experience that you'll ever get. For me, I'm a visual learner and a touch learner. If I can't touch it or see it, you could talk to me all day. I'll be like this. Yeah. Ask Beth Ann. She knows me very well. She talked to me till she blew in the face, and I'm like this. Just tell me when I gotta show up. So yeah, that's my advice. If you can get to the specific country or wherever you're trying to go, do that. Excuse me. In the meantime, if you can't get to that country, or anything like that, just research it and just start getting those recipes. Cook them yourself.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, I do a lot of research on different types of cuisines, and I have like a Snapchat like cooking show that I do.
Yeah, see, you better do it, and that's what you do. You know, I tell people all the time, live the life, go in the direction of the life you want to live. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be the best blogger, well, be a blogger. You a blogger right now. You got a computer, you have food. You got a recipe,
she's right,
and you got an audience. I don't care if the audience is your mama, your sister, and your cousin. You're starting somewhere. So at the end of the day, next thing you know, your audience gonna go from 5 people to 10 people, and they gonna be like, oh my God, this girl just ain't gonna stop. Then it's gonna be 50 people, and 100 people, and 1,000 people, and that's how it works. One of the best tools in marketing, and I'm learning that myself because I'm kind of getting into the YouTube world. And one of my good friends is, I don't know if you know Ming Lee, but her name is Ming Lee. She has snob-like hairline and all this and all that. She is one of the best marketing gurus I ever met. One of the best marketing gurus I ever met. And one piece of advice is keep doing it. Keep posting it. If you posted something and you feel like, dang, only a couple people saw that post. Now I posted it, right? I can't post. You better post it again. Because just because she saw it, that don't mean I saw it. I don't even know what your Instagram is. Post it again.
Right.
Put it in your stories. Tell your friends to tell a friend. And then the week after that, post it again if you can. Keep reminding them. And just stay on it. Don't stop. That's all you got to do. Don't stop. Keep going.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
We got some questions from the Facebook live chat. There's a question that's being asked. So where has this taken you? Like, I guess the question's kind of asking, like, what are some of the like most mind-blowing things that now that you're this famous chef and people recognize you and you're doing all these cool things, like what's something cool that this experience has afforded you? Like, have you
goodness,
cooked for Obama? Have you cooked
I did Obama before Food Network.
Oh, okay, look at that.
Okay, wait, before I get into that, I wanted to show you guys. So this is the finished product.
Oh, wow.
Shit. That's the chicken, the orange slices, the ramen. I mean, you feel like you paid $20 for that, right?
That looks amazing.
I paid $40.
And to make
Beth Ann wants to know how much did that cost? So to get all that stuff
to make this entire dish is less than $10.
Wow.
It's 39 cents for the ramen. Of course, the only reason it's even $10 is because you can, unless you go to the farmer's market and you just buy one piece of chicken. I had to buy like a small pack of chicken for $5. But if you have a farmer's market near you, you buy one piece of chicken. This should be like a $5 meal.
Wow.
$1 and some change for the one piece of chicken. It's like 39 cents for one small thing of scallions. One orange is like 80 cents. The noodles, the same thing. So it's like almost $6 and some change. Okay. It's super cheap.
Yep.
Super cheap. And also you don't have to just use chicken. You can use shrimp or any kind of meat you have in your house. You can do the same thing with seafood noodles and just put shrimp in there or whatever you want to do.
Got it. Yep. Got it. Someone else is asking, what are some cooking no-nos? Like, what are some things that you see and that people are like, and you're just like, oh, no, don't do this. But like a lot of people do it.
Oh God, there's a couple things. Well, I want to answer the first question first, which was, what does Food Network afford me or things that I could do? One is, I love to travel all over the world. And I was able to do the GT Food Bank Food Festival in Nigeria. Oh, wow. That was amazing. So I did a master cooking class for 500 people in Nigeria. That was one of the best experiences of my life. I've been to, I've gotten, oh my God, I can't even think right now. Shoot, New York, every state you could think of, shows. I've gotten large commercial campaigns that I thought I would never get. Okay. I've been all over the world, Mexico, all different places, cooking and traveling. So I mean, it's pretty plush. Got a lot. I get a lot of free stuff nowadays.
Nice. If it's free, it's for me. So I get it.
It's for me. I get a lot of great opportunities. I get a lot of. It's almost like a domino effect. Like because I'm affiliated with the network, other doors open. that
Got
have
it.
nothing to do with that situation. So
Got it.
that's a good thing.
Got it.
Yeah. And then what was the next question again?
Well, someone asked about some cooking no-nos. Like, what are some things that you see people do and you're like, oh no, don't do that? Like, it could probably make them better cooks if they didn't do it. So give us some of those
Cooking
things.
no-nos. Wow. Let's see. If I had to think off the top of my head, there's so many horrible things people do. I can't even think. First of all, here's a good one. Go ahead, Becky.
You just yelled at me the other day for doing this.
I need you to when the food is expired, I need you to throw it out. I need you to not skim the mold off the top.
Okay.
I need for you to be okay with throwing that away. Okay. Also, I need for you to not cut your raw food on the same cutting board as your cooked food. I see people do that all the time. Like even when you see me with the chicken just now, the chicken was on a plate. I didn't you put it on the cutting board until it was fully cooked. Because that is a way to get yourself sick quick. This is another one. Please buy like a kitchen knife. Actually, I have knives coming out. They'll be out in May. Please continue to watch my website and my Instagram because I'll let you guys know when they're coming. But obviously, because of COVID, it's slowing the process down. But get yourself a good kitchen knife. Because if I see, let me show y'all this. If I see one more person with just this as the knife to do all that cutting with, this is my sister. Did you just look off to the side, Justin? Is this
I was looking at my knives to make sure that I wasn't a culprit. I was just making sure.
I was gonna say, Justin, is this you?
No, that's not me. No, we got several knives.
Butter knife.
Right. No.
Get the proper cooking utensils, please. And that's pretty much it. It's not a lot of things people do that annoy me because I know everybody's not a chef. So.
Okay. We got another question. It's from Savannah Hake. She wants to know, what episode of Cutthroat Kitchen were you on, if you know, and what was the worst sabotage that she had to deal with on Cutthroat Kitchen? You might have to explain Cutthroat Kitchen, okay? Because I don't watch Food Network, so I'm not sure what happens. And I feel like what I'm thinking about Cutthroat Kitchen wouldn't be good. Like, you're like, hey, I'm going to make a cake. And then someone like comes over and like dumps a whole bunch of salt into the bowl. Is that like what this show is?
Yeah, so I was on season 7, episode 4. That's another reason why I do these jackets, so I can remember my shows. But after doing so many shows, I just stopped doing them. I just stopped the patches. But I was on Cutthroat Kitchen season 7, episode 4. And then I'm on another one as well, the tournament, the champion tournament of Cutthroat Kitchen. Okay. So I came back for that. So Cutthroat Kitchen was a sabotaging show. You would basically have to make a dish and you would go in knowing that you have to make this dish and it would be cool. Everything's all good until you get sabotaged. Wow. So either Alton would sabotage you, I could sabotage you, one of my opponents could sabotage me, put me in a timeout to where I have to, sit somewhere. So I got a sabotage once, and this I think was the worst one. I had to do Oyster Rockefeller. So I just kept sabotaging this other person. Like, I was really being a nightmare to them. I told him his cookie looked like a chicken nugget and everything. My
wife just texted me. She said, this is a great show. And I'm sitting here thinking about all the bad stuff. Like, what if somebody sabotaged me and like, I'm allergic to shellfish. So like, what if somebody like stuck shrimp in my dish or something?
No, they wouldn't do that because they have like a list of like allergies.
Oh, okay. It's like, you're in the office and then like, you're in the hospital. And you're the winner.
Right. No. But my worst one was I had to do Oyster Rockefeller.
Okay.
And they double sabotaged me. So I had the oil bin. I had to dump all of my ingredients that I just shopped for into this bin that looked like oil, but really it was just Karo syrup colored black. And then I had to dig out my ingredients out of that to make the Oyster Rockefeller. And then I had to shuck the oysters with the ice skate.
Okay. Wow.
Because of Rockefeller ice skating. So each competition has to do with the theme. So Rockefeller oil, that's where that came from. And then Rockefeller because of the ice skating. So now I got to shuck oysters with an ice skate. Or when we had sushi and they had tied a sushi bar to my wrist. So I had to make sushi like with a sushi bar on my wrist.
I just feel like as a normal, like casual cooker, like casual, very casual cooker, that some of the shows that are on Food Network would cause me so much anxiety. Like whenever my wife is watching these shows, it's like 2 minutes, and I'm like, well, I can't even, like, I'm still trying to get the stuff out the can in the 2 minutes. You know, they're like, oh, you got to make this, and oh, surprise, you don't have all the ingredients. You know, I'm like, when did this ever happen? Because I'm like, I'm gonna look in my book and see what I need, go out and get it. They like put them in these crazy scenarios that I'm like, this would cause me anxiety. This is something that I would mess up, where I would confuse tablespoon with teaspoon, with gallon and liter, because I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I feel like
man.
People would just
only the strong survive on Cutthroat Kitchen, baby.
Okay.
I promise you. And Alton Brown wasn't showing no mercy at all. He don't care about your feelings or your tears. Okay?
Oh wow.
We're gonna do this. You're gonna get this work.
Wow.
He does not care.
So I remember going to like
through the rigor.
All right. I remember going to like this famous chef's restaurant in Vegas. I want to say his name maybe is Gordon Ramsay. Is that his name?
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay.
Okay. Do you ever want to have? I don't look at me like that, Jen. This is not all right. I'm trying to pay attention. Okay. His restaurant was okay. The food was okay. Do you ever see yourself opening up like a giant food chain with your name on the top of the restaurant?
You know, now that I'm starting to rise up in age a little bit, I'm starting to entertain the idea. I do have this amazing, Beth Ann knows, that's why she holding her head. She like, please don't put no more dreams in her head, please God, because she's drowning right now with all of the dreams that she has to fulfill for me. But I am actually thinking about opening a restaurant. I have a great concept too, don't I, Beth Ann? But you know, I'm a little jittery. I like to travel a lot. I like to move around a lot. I'm not ready.
Okay.
I think I'll be ready when I'm like 45.
Okay.
Then I'll be ready because I want to like sit still. I only know this because I also do restaurant consulting. So I've opened 4 restaurants from the ground up. One of the restaurants here in Atlanta that I opened is called Madhouse, and they've been open now for 5 years. Still using my blueprint. However, I say that to say, I know all of the blood, sweat, and tears that it takes into opening a restaurant. Yes. And I do remember very, very vividly every time at the end of one of those projects, I'm sitting there like, give me my check, give me my check, give me my check. Absolutely. And then I'm like, take your keys, and I'm out. Like, I'm done, you know, because it is a lot of work. It's beautiful once you make it work. But it is a lot of work. So I enjoy traveling. I enjoy doing TV, and I enjoy doing catering and freelance. Like, cause you know, I'm free. I can be free and be an artist, and I can just do me, and I don't have to be stressed. But I do have products, you know, so that's where it's kind of at for me right now. And I also have like a kitchen. So my kitchen is like my little safe haven that I'm building out. So that's my space where I do my catering and all that kind of stuff, and just, you know, that's my kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really with the restaurant thing yet.
Got it. Do you have something else there to show us? Do you have something else?
What else you want to see?
I don't know. It looks like you have a whole bunch of ingredients. I mean, this isn't a show. I mean, I'm not going to cutthroat you. You know, I'm not.
Hey, let me see if I can turn it around. Y'all know y'all don't need to give me touching stuff. Okay, hold on. Boom. No, this is it. This is it. I'm trying to get my big head in the shadow. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it. I see it. So like, now like, does your family like expect you to be the one that cooks all the stuff? Like, now that you've made it, are your friends like, oh, I totally just had a 5-course meal, you know, a 5-star meal, just so you know, how does that roll?
They expect for me to cook. I'm lying. Let me stop lying to y'all. I tried to get that lie out with a straight face, but listen, this is the truth. I have a 7-year-old and a 16-year-old, and they are the most bougie children I ever met in my life. So like, they're bougie, but they're a little ratchet. So they don't like everything that I try to bring in. Like, if I try to bring my son something like this, he's gonna say, "Mom, stop playing. Just give me the pack of ramen." Like, I don't want to eat that. If I try to bring this to them, they will not eat it. They are super picky, but they love lobster and scallops and crab legs. That's why I said they're a little bougie, but they're a little. Yeah, they have they love calamari, they love orange porgy, they love all kind of seafood and fish and things like that. They love curry and jerk. Like, I just know what they like. Okay. I cannot, don't you dare think I'm gonna bring some ahi tuna or anything that's looking too different to my children. Oh no. Now they do expect me to cook, but they expect me to cook what they want. Because my son would tell me in a heartbeat, okay, Mom, don't come in here with that fancy stuff. Please, tonight I just want a peanut butter and jelly quesadilla. That's it.
That's funny. That is funny. Okay, so we are going to allow you to take us out of here. What are some last minute things like you want to leave with our audience that are watching? Again, thank you so much for everybody who's watching. This program, again, was brought to you by Residence Life and Housing Services. Tregaye has been awesome for the speaker series. Somebody said that you have to try Zahab. Did I say that correctly?
Zahab in Philly. Mm-hmm.
Zahab.
What's that?
The lamb. You've had it.
I had it.
Yeah.
You know Chef Michael Salamanov?
Oh, I did have it. Y'all, listen, I eat a lot of food, y'all. That thing got to remind me what I eat. Ain't that sad? Did you see me when you said it? And I said, did I have that? Oh, I had it, but I got to remember what it tastes like.
That is funny. That's
hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, we really look forward to having you on campus. That way we can have we have plenty of kitchens for us to operate in.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, we gonna have a bomb time if I come on that campus. You're gonna have everybody in the school out there. They gonna want to be a part of it. I'm just trying to
listen, we got some good people on here that network as well. The students
and they
definitely
sure better be there. Are y'all on campus? Y'all on campus?
Oh no.
Well, no one's on campus right now.
I mean, you know what I mean. When school come back in.
Are they seniors?
Are they seniors?
I'm a senior.
I'm not, though.
She's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Oh, so you might not see me, but you'll see me.
She'll probably come back for it though.
I'll be there. Don't worry.
Love it. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I mean, this is Zoom, but my in-person, nobody ever wants to leave. I know y'all don't want to leave me now. I know.
We don't. Give us your final words. Take us out.
Okay. So my final words. Wow. Follow me on Instagram at Chef Tregaye. Follow me on Facebook, Chef Tregaye. Log on to my website and check up on any updates, cheftregaye.com. Please be on the lookout. I got some up and coming shows. Whenever all this is over, we'll be airing some stuff in the middle of the summer. We're excited about that, right? And also be on the lookout. I am thinking in May, we will have a knife. Each knife it's a handcrafted wooden blade, and each knife has Chef Tregaye signed on the blade. So those will be coming out in May, God willing that, nothing else happens with this situation. And the final thing, I have to say is, man, just stay positive. It's hard for everybody right now. You know what I mean? It's not just hard for you guys. I'm a mom of two, and I'm moving in the middle of the COVID-19 situation. We just bought a new house. So trust me, it's hard for everybody. But just stay focused, stay safe, stay inside, love on one another, keep cooking. And for you, I mean, you got a lot of stuff to do with Miss Ethnic Queen down here that want to cook all the cuisines. You better be cooking for the block. Just stay inspired and stay motivated, and don't let this pandemic or anything else stop you.
Right. Yeah, that's great. That is great. Thank you so much for everybody coming out. We have two big speakers tomorrow as we are pushing the rest of the speakers for the rest of the week. So tomorrow we have Jackie Cruz from Orange is the New Black.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and we have Craig Robinson from The Office. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, we're really excited. And then on Friday, we have this 4-time CrossFit, I keep saying Olympian. He wasn't in the Olympics, but he was in the biggest of all of the CrossFit competitions in the country. His name is Tim Wilson. He's awesome and he's super ripped. He's
buff. That's what I'm about to say. He buff. You gotta have the ladies now, ladies.
He's super ripped. But I believe he's married, and I believe he's about to. Did he just find out?
No, he shouldn't be ripped like that. Ain't nobody trying to marry him. We just looking at his abs.
Well, that's Leah's brother. So I'm sure she can make a connection. She can make that work. And then we're going to be jamming out on Friday with DJ Torok, who's going to be spinning some
Awesome.
tracks for us so we can have some parties. Thank you all for showing up. We appreciate you all. Stay safe out there, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you